Hey, how's it going? My name's Matthew, aka Dread6 on Twitch. Blam. Today, I am finally doing my definitive, nay, final, nay, ultimate HitBox review. Ladies and gentlemen, this is HitBox Arcade's HitBox Arcade style controller. Let's just get right down to it. This is currently my favorite controller in my arsenal. I'm playing 2D platformers with it, and obviously I'm playing all my fighting games with it. Street Fighter's amazing to play with it. Mortal Kombat is off the hook. It's really great for dashing, and it's just a super duper fun tactile way to play fighting games and 2D platformers. Now, I'm not saying this is superior to other controllers. Some might have you believe that this controller somehow gives you a competitive edge, and that is just not the case. There's definitely a learning curve, and there's things you can do better on a joystick or a gamepad that you can't do on this. This just has its own little tricks and stuff that you can do with it, specifically for like dragon punches and stuff like that. It seems like they're easier, but they're not actually easier. Don't get confused by all the mud on the internet. I'm currently kind of thinking of this as kind of like my piano of doom. Or my P-tar of annihilation. It's just a really awesome controller to mash buttons on, specifically the Sanwa OBSF buttons, which I have modded into pretty much every fight stick I have ever owned. I love these buttons, which is exactly why I'm going to switch them out for these gamer fingers. Because it's time to replace the king. We got to replace the king for a little bit. We got to try some other buttons. I got a whole box of new Sanwa buttons that'll eventually work into this, or maybe into Johnny Fraze's special controller. But right now, I want to try out some gamer fingers in this bad boy, so we'll mod those in later in the video. None of this would work without a great brain, and this has a Brooks PCB inside of it, which after the most recent update, which was about a year ago, lets you play on the Switch, PC, Xbox, PS4. It's plug and play. You just plug right in and you're up and running. Brooks is an amazing company. The fact that there's a Brooks board in here is just fantastic. It adds a lot of value to the controller itself. These are premium parts. HitBox Arcade has done a great job with this controller. Now, the super interesting thing about this is the tactile feel of all the buttons, just smashing it. Like, they should call this the smash box, but they do already have their smash box, so they can't call it that. But nailing all these buttons to do your moves and stuff like that and to blast out your combos, it's just amazing. And you eventually start to connect the sound with the button, and you're almost doing this groovy little dance on the controller in order to get your moves and combo strings out. It also feels great when you start reacting with like a dragon punch, or for my sake with Yuri's bicycle kick, and you knock an opponent out of the air and you realize that you just reacted that quickly on this controller. You can do it on a joystick, you can do it on a gamepad, but it feels freaking fantastic on this thing. This is just cooler. I'm sorry, this just is cooler. And lastly, let's talk about the looks. We've got the white, the iconic HitBox white, the red and black on the side, the red buttons, the white buttons, black, the solid black aluminum casing or steel casing, whatever, metal, dope-ass metal casing around the bottom, sick rubber feet, little white grommets everywhere. The attention to detail is amazing. What looks super simple is actually really clean and just a fantastic feeling controller. And I got this awesome Melina sticker that I put on here after she got announced for MK11. I'm super excited to finally get to play my queen. Can't wait for that. Now the only thing to do is to mod this bad boy, put a fresh coat of paint on it, if you will. I'm gonna do it in a really, I'm gonna do this differently than you're used to normally seeing. I've got this cool scrapbook style in my brain that I want to try out on the controller. So without further ado, let's see if we can't make the HitBox even cooler than it already is. that brings us to the end of our video, and I had a great time making it. I had a great time doing the My Hero mod. We got Midoriya on here, it's sticker there. Tamura Shiragaki, however you say that guy's crazy name. I had a really good time doing this build. If you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring the bell if that's something that you do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.